What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Turbo today at the request of EI or A. I don't know how to pronounce it, but hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? Here we are. Here we are at about 0.0033427 right now. If we're looking at the daily time frame, you've got some serious bullish divergence going on. To determine where it started, I don't think that it started here. Well, yes, that is a higher low. What about this low? That's a lower low. You know what I mean? I don't know if it started there, but I think from here and onwards, I think it did start. So let's see. You've got a higher low here, another higher low, maybe even a third higher low. That could get you set up for triple bullish divergence. Let's look at this here from that low to this low here. If it were triple bullish divergence, you would have three sets of lower lows, right? Low here, lower low 1, lower low 2, lower low 3, triple bullish divergence, and it all began back here at this low daily closing price right there. And that, you basically already made that move back up, right? 0.00359 is where that level would be. Oftentimes with bullish divergence of any variety, you would at least pull back to this area, if not more likely through it. I suspect that this bullish divergence would be good enough for a move that takes you somewhere around 0.004, the areas that you found resistance on. But triple bullish divergence on a daily time frame nonetheless is nothing to take lightly. It's a very harsh and rare kind of set of circumstances that brings up multi-divergences, right? And this definitely could set you up being at a double bottom here in triple bullish divergence, having some kind of broadening bottom pattern here. And I drew it like a channel, but it is broadening. I don't know why I drew it like a channel, but you've got lower lows, lower highs, but it is broadening out. I would think that not only do you break out from here, but this could be a setup for a rather miraculous recovery in terms of this drop. I fully expect Turbo to recover all the way back up to wherever it dumped from. I fully expect that it will see new all-time highs. Let's talk about that after we talk about the path to that area in the first place, right? So from a high to a low, you have interacted with the 236. You're finding support now at the 069. You're probably going to move up in a very short amount of time. I would expect that you could find resistance here at 0.0041. You could find resistance right there and maybe consolidate for a second, but I think really the place to focus on would be something around probably 0.0053 to 0.0064, somewhere in this area here. And then obviously you probably find resistance somewhere in this area. You pull back to your area of resistance for support. I'm just drawing what I would expect to happen just from like a kind of standard protocol, if you will. Something like this, and then up to your golden ratio. It could be at this kind of pace by the end of March, and who knows, this is not an accurate way to predict timing, but just if you were to see something like this would be the end of March that it would take you to get to the golden ratio. If you move faster, maybe this move is faster than I anticipated to be. Maybe it's the middle of March. It's not appropriate to gauge just based off of these drawings, but inevitably I do expect that sometime in March you would get to 0.007 to 0.0087, if not by the end of March, sometime earlier. And that from here is about 100% to 160% move. And then going into April, I suspect that you will be at higher prices as well. Of course, by the end of March, you guys, you could be all the way back up here. We don't know. You did move down at a very fast pace. I'm going to assume that you move up at a faster pace, okay? So it really could be by the end of March that you're at about 1 cent to above 1 cent even. And then if you are going into April, we'd likely see new all-time highs. Even if we're only at the golden ratio, I would expect in April we do see new all-time highs. Something at about 2.2 cents, maybe 2.8 cents, maybe something as high as 4 cents could be on the table. And that's at your golden ratio, your extension here. This is from your high ever since you got listed on Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, whatever, all of them, right? I know they didn't all list at the same time, but this is just that high after they all had you listed. That high to this low, this very significant high, all-time high to this low here, I think going to your golden ratio is a very solid possibility. That's at 4 cents. Let's see what kind of growth that would bring you, right? That's over a 10x from here. And this could all happen by the end of April. I know that Turbo's been a little bit lackluster. That's an 11x right there. I know it's been a little bit lackluster. People tend to forget things, but this thing is bullish. It's a bullish. When it moves up, it moves up at a pretty fast pace. When it's consolidating, not so much, right? Even when it's moving down, it's not moving down at a fast pace. When you move up, man, it can be really fast in a very, very short amount of time. What's Turbo's market cap at right now? Let's see. Turbo, $230.5 million. $230.5 million Turbo. To see a 10x would bring you at, what would that be? That'd be 2.3 billion, right? That's not that bad. Yeah, 11. Yeah. You could see that. Absolutely, Turbo could see that. Definitely. I think it'll be worth more than that by the end of the cycle for sure. But just by the end of March and April alone, I think, maybe not by the end of March, but by the end of April, I think you really could be up here. Even if you're not, there are points of resistance below that. Maybe you only see a 6x by the end of April. Maybe you only see whatever would be in between that. That would be a 8.7x. I don't know. Something in that area. You never know. And certainly I do expect that you will grow beyond this by the end of the cycle. With the current market cap you have, with the narrative behind Turbo, with all the hype and all the popularity and the fundamentals, even though it is a meme coin, it's actually got fundamentals. You could see this thing doing 100x even from this price. It could do a 100x. It could do a 200x. It could do a 400x. So I think that's pushing it, right? So 400x would be, let's see, 23 billion. 46, that'd be 92. Yeah, maybe not a 400x. That's like 92, 95 billion, something like that. Maybe something from like a 100 to a 300x is completely possible. Just because it's possible does not mean that it's going to happen. It's just as possible, if not even more possible, one would argue, that you could only do a 20x from here, maybe a 50x. Maybe it's something in between that or a little bit above that. But I have faith that Turbo still has 100x potential. I really do think that it will see a 100x by the end of this cycle, at least from this price, if not more. I'm interpreting or anticipating that you would see more than a 100x. I don't think Turbo stops at $23 billion, but it could. It's possible. Maybe it does. 23 billion in market cap, right? 100x from here, that would put us at about 33 cents. Let's see if we've got anything on the fibs that line up with those areas. So 33 cents is a 100x. Yeah, that's the money zone right there. The 2886 to the 3113. I need to change the colors, man. We're going to make it the color of money. Should we just make it orange? Because that's actually the better. That we're going to make it orange in honor of Bitcoin, right? Because that's the money zone. 3113. Because Bitcoin it's sound money. 3113, and so is Bitcoin Cash. I have to say that. I can't not say that. 3113, was it the 2886? Yes, it's the 2886. There we go. Orange. Okay, the money zone right there. That would be 100x territory, and that makes a lot of sense to me. Just below 100x, just above 100x from here, I can see that happening right around your 20 to 30 billion dollar market cap area. Now, if you were to grow more than that, if you were to do a 300x, that would probably put you right around $1, right? 300x would put you right around $1. I mean, that checks out, man. That checks out. You've got some pretty significant fib areas, the money zone, and then this 3618. Oftentimes, the 3618 is a like ending point, a stopping point on these larger extended moves that could take, however long it takes to get there. But talking about all-time high potential, that's definitely a lot higher than what we're talking about in the short term, right? In the short term, we're looking at about, 4 cents by the end of April, probably something that's around 1 cent to 3 cents. I would think probably closer to 1 cent to 1.5 cents by the end of March. Time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate you all for being here. I want to look at the 4-hour time frame too, though. The 4-hour looks good. Yeah, it looks like it's set up to go higher. I think the daily is really what's going to allow you to grow here. You've broken out of this downtrend in the daily RSI, or maybe I would say you've broken out of it. Yeah, I think you have. I think so. I think you've broken out of it. But you're really going to break away from it now. So Turbo, yeah, you're on the brink of an overall retracement of this high to low. I'm assuming that the retracement will be March's endeavor, and then April's endeavor will be new all-time highs. Okay, wherever it might take you. Hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.